You just launched into grocery stores. Where can we see you next in that grocery store space regionally?
Oh, okay, great question. So, yeah, we deliberately launched in two regional chains that are relatively small in size because of a couple of reasons. One is that, well, it's our first retail launch, and we figured that it would be valuable for us to sort of do a test launch to really see how it's received, how to most effectively communicate to consumers and so forth. And secondly, we're still, just recently came out of what I would say is a supply crunch where the demand for our product got ahead of our ability to produce it. And so we didn't want to launch into retail too aggressively until we knew what the demand would be so we could make sure that we had the capacity to supply it. So now that we have some data from the launch, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, please continue.
Well, so now we have some data from the launch, and I think that we have a clearer sight as to what our plans should be. We're definitely going to be doing broader launches next year, nationwide launches over the course of the year. And stay tuned, we aren't announcing any of them yet, but that's definitely going to happen.
Do you see more growth in grocery stores or restaurants and fast food chains?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Well, we don't have enough actual data from retail, but I'd say what we do have suggests it's going to be humongous. Our sales in fast food have been growing as fast as we can supply them, and we have tons of inbound demand and so forth. So there's been huge growth there. We've had like fivefold growth in sales this year, all in food service. So that's thriving. But in retail, it vastly exceeded our expectations for the two launches we've done so far. Our product has been by a substantial margin in all these stores outselling ground beef from a cow. All the ground beef from a cow in Gelson's and Fairway, where we have some data, sells less than just Impossible Foods, and we've been outselling every other plant-based product by combined by more than a factor of 9. So it's looking super promising, and it's really exciting for. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Beyond Meat just got a trial with McDonald's that's seen by people on the street as the holy grail. Are you still trying to push into McDonald's? Or are you happy with your current partnerships?
Oh, we love the partnerships that we have so far. Our partnership with Burger King has been absolutely great. They're wonderful partners. So no problems there. And in fact, the issue for us, as I said, is we're scaling up production as fast as we possibly can. We have more latent demand that we're seeing ahead of us than we can take on. And so, we're being very, I would say, measured and judicious in taking on customers, because when we take on a customer, we want to be certain that we can keep them supplied. And so maybe sometime in a couple of years,
more about those
McDonald's will be a customer.
Talk to me more about those production issues then, since you've mentioned them. You had a partnership with OSI Group. Are you confident that they're going to be able to help you work out some of those supply chain issues?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're already mostly through the issue that we had early in the year, when basically the growth in demand vastly exceeded our expectations, and we had to scramble to scale up production, and it just took us a while. Now we've gone from one shift in our Oakland facility to 3 shifts, more or less 24/7. So that's a big increase in capacity, but more than 3-fold increase in production capacity. And then with OSI as a partner, one of the largest, if not the largest, food co-manufacturing company in the world, they have huge expansion capacity, and we're going to be able to increase capacity another fourfold over the next several months, and then beyond that, there's further room for expansion. So I'd say we've gotten through this shortage period, but we're just being careful now not to get into another one. That's why we had to do the small-scale retail launch, and it's a good thing we did because the demand has just been through the roof. And if we had gone nationwide at this point, we'd be right away in another shortage.